Alright. Attempt number 3. Turned off the autofocus, so I have no idea what this is going to look like. Hi, this is Brianna here at Books and Briars. Today I'm coming to you with my October wrap-up. This is the first video I have filmed in quite a while because life got really crazy with schoolwork and work and Halloween. So now it's finally returned to the mean and I am settled and I can finally sit down and talk to you again. So for the month of October, I had a really good reading month. I read 7 books, 5 of which I read for the #Yearathon Readathon. And if you want to know what those books were and what I thought about them, I will link that video in the description because I don't feel like repeating myself. P.S. This is the 3rd time I've filmed this video. I have a new camera. It's a bitch. So the first book I read in the month of October was the first book I read in the month of October was an ebook, and that was Brazen by Christina Farley. This is the 3rd book in the Gilded Trilogy. The Gilded Trilogy is the story of a Korean-American girl named Jae-hwa Lee, who, after her mother's death, moves to Korea with her father and connects with the Korean spirit world and the world of mythology. And the first book was so amazing. It had a lot of great world building, and it really drew you into the world of Korean spirits and myths, and it was great. And the second book was a step down, and the 3rd book jumped off a cliff because there was no world building. I didn't care about the characters, and it just sort of, I didn't like it. I didn't see the point to it. The writing wasn't something to write home about. It was a rather cliched plot. It just wasn't. It wasn't great, so I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I read it on a road trip, so I was basically stuck in a van and telling myself, I'm going to read this book. So I did. And if I hadn't had that trip, I don't think I would have finished it. It wasn't really catching. Speaking of a book that didn't really catch my attention, the second book that I finished on Halloween Day before getting ready to go out, and I am so happy to say that I finally finished this book because I started reading it in April. I started reading it as an ebook when the Kindle edition was on like super sale. It was like 99 cents. It was great. And I only finished it after spending $5 more and purchasing a physical copy at an exchange in downtown. Because buying English books in South Korea sucks. But that book is Mortal Instruments, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Not a big fan of this book. It was interesting, but it took me 6 months to read because I couldn't get into it. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the plot. There were random things that I don't know. It wasn't for me. Maybe if I read it like 5 years ago, this would have been my shit. But as it was, I'm gonna give the series a pass. I'm glad that I read it. I'm happy that I finally finished it. I worked so long. Now I can give informed opinions when people talk about City of Bones because it seems like everyone has an opinion about either this series or this writer, and I think Cassandra Clare is an amazing writer, just not for me. So this book got 3 out of 5 stars. When I would sit down and read it, I enjoyed it, I guess, but when I wasn't actively reading it, I wasn't thinking about it, and I didn't care. So it wasn't a draw to pick it up for me, and I'm definitely not going to read the next 6 books in this series. I might pick up The Infernal Devices, because, shorter, but that'll probably be like way far in the future, and I have no intentions of doing that now. So this is a short video just to catch you up on what I've been reading, what I finished reading in the month of October, and hopefully I will be getting back to you with another video as soon as I work out all of the camera issues that come with new camera. That's all I have for you right now, so see you next time.